Welcome to the Puff and Run podcast show, your number one source for news and information about marijuana and running, the latest updates on the 420 cross-country team, and races around the nation, and behind-the-scene details on the Puff and Run TV web series production schedule. Bringing you all and more, here's your host, the Vegas 420 runner.
It's the Puff and Run podcast back in your life. Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, the Vegas 420 runner. It's Thursday, October 19th, and we're here in our fabulous Las Vegas studios. I'm here with my co-host, the 420-pound weight loss champion, who's on his way down his weight loss goals, weight loss motivator, speaker, long distance runner.
Man, you're too kind, buddy. Thank you very much.
Swizzy.
And I'm here with, of course, you know who? Mr. 420 himself.
And so we also call him Run Aficionado. Mr. Run to Improve.
Mr.
Run
R2I.
Santos. R2I. He's got names galore.
I got various names. I go by different nicknames. And to be quite honestly, I feel that each of those nicknames represent a different version of Mr. Run to Improve.
Yeah.
Because they all heighten, right?
Heighten, yeah.
They all heighten the image and the persona. But yeah, man. Thank God I got those because they keep me going.
Yes, so, okay, we're back. It's episode 20. Hopefully it's coming out on the 20th. Like I said, it's the 19th, and I'm going to be trying to edit everything I can as soon as possible to let this out on the 20th, tomorrow, Friday. But we'll see how that goes. This is episode 20. I want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in. This episode is also brought to you by Mjfitnut.
Mjfitnut.
Go to Mjfitnut.com and go click on the podcast tab and check us out. You can check out all our episodes there at Mjfitnut.com. But I just want to bring everybody up to speed, especially for anybody that's just tuning in or for the people that were tuned in to episode 19. There's a few things that we need to cover.
Now, before that,
yeah,
can we just have a moment of silence? It's been about a week or 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, the first. So today's it's been
about 2 weeks.
19 days. Yeah.
So it's been about 2 weeks. Just a moment of silence to show our condolences for them. Okay. Well, thank you. Let's continue, guys. So back to you.
Yeah. So as I was saying, thank you for that moment of silence. If you guys remember, the last time we were recording episode 19, we had our special guest, Nurse Julesy. She was here, and we were talking about the Cannabis Nurses Network conference that was going to be taking place at UNLV. That was recorded on Sunday evening, October 1st. Okay, after we recorded that segment, we were supposed to go on and finish 2 more segments, one for the cross-country team update and one for the Run to Improve update. But we talked and we hung out for 30 minutes. Christina was over here and Robert was here, and we were all talking, and then they left. We went to go grab a bite to eat. By the time we got back, started looking at our notes. If you listen to episode 19, you know this because it was in the narrative portion of it. But we started looking at our notes.
Great job on that episode. I love the way you brought in the intro, how the person was reading what was happening. Like, it brought me into the moment. So if that was your main purpose, you did the job.
I wanted to do something to set that episode aside because, like, after they left and we're sitting here getting our grub on, we're about to go back on air to record the next segments, and we're seeing all this stuff taking place in real time, and that's when we're like, we went radio silent. We never came back on.
I was like, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta go get my girl. I want to go make sure we're okay.
We gotta go talk to our peoples and stuff like that. So
I lived on the other side of the strip.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So we had to call off that. So forgive us for that. You will get all those updates today. Also, you'll get those updates today in today's episode. But that was a pretty big deal. So that's the reason why
we went off air for a while.
And there's only one segment released on that. We didn't sign off, and we said we're cutting the commercial, and that's how it ended.
And we left it at that because, like I said, it's more important. It's not about us at that time. It was just about making sure that we knew what was going on, that we were aware, that we were taking care of our families, and that we were allowing them to rest, So
yeah.
So yeah, but now we're back in your face.
Yeah. So now, if you guys remember on episode 18, this is another thing that we're doing new that I'm trying to do. I'm testing out, chopping up these into segments. So the Run to Improve, so you don't have to listen to the whole 90-minute podcast. You can just listen to that segment if you want. Or if you're just interested in 420 cross country, or maybe you're just interested in the cannabis news in Las Vegas, you can just click on those segments like part 1, part 2, and part 3.
Right.
So that's something that we're trying out. We're going to see if you guys like it, see if it gets more views, because maybe a lot more people might be interested in hearing what you're saying. And then that will tell by the numbers. Or maybe people are going to be more actively sharing one than another. Then that will help us gauge, which ones are really hot. So, yeah.
Actually, I was using that Mailchimp, man.
Oh, yeah, Mailchimp, yeah.
That actually is pretty neat.
That is in here also. We could talk about that now.
I sent almost like maybe 30, and then inside whatever links you put, it tells you how many times those links were open and viewed. I was like, man, that's deep. And on top of that, it told me information on what I needed, which is, did they open the email?
Yeah.
Did they delete it?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
did they unsubscribe?
Yep,
did it bounce back?
9,000 free emails. Sign up today, guys.
Yeah.
Send up to 9,000 emails, and it's free.
Yes.
The only thing that I still don't understand, and I find it is still a little bit hard.
Okay.
Just on a rule.
Yeah.
They say that all these emails that you gotta send out, you have to actually know the person, and they have to give you permission to send the email. But I mean, it's marketing, so maybe you can answer that.
Yeah.
Right? It's marketing. You can't really sit there and know everybody. If you
this is the thing. This is a couple of things. One, my list that I put in there was a list of emails that I developed at an event.
Right.
And I said, sign up on it for our emailing list.
Right.
Just like when they go to your website and they type in their information, a lot of times they want to get your.
Which I have that list, but I'm trying to reach businesses. I got to do my research, go out there.
So just as long as they don't unsubscribe, because if they unsubscribe a lot, then they're gonna shut you down on Mailchimp.
Well, I figured I'm only gonna send one email. I'm not gonna bombard them with like waves. I'm just sending it once. That's it. If they open it, great. If not, okay, good. Good deal. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to run illegally now.
Yeah. So a lot of the
that's the only thing, Mailchimp.
The people in my
Makes
list.
it easier for other people.
Yeah, so there are certain laws and stuff like that about spamming and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm new to it. I put together a list, newsletter for the that I send out to the students at UNLV.
Oh, and I like that. I was able to modify the email that I had instead of just plain HTML. Now I had a head banner, I had pictures, I pimped that.
Yeah. So I did the same thing for the UNLV newsletter. And I was thinking about putting one for the cross country team and one for the Puff and Run podcast and one for this, one for that. But then I thought, you know what? Let me just make one Redefine Cannabis newsletter that updates you on the podcast, the team, UNLV.
I would suggest on the banner.
Yeah.
Put the logos.
Yeah.
All the representing logos.
Yeah.
On the head.
Yeah, so it'll basically be a Redefined Cannabis letter. So I'll send it out. If you're on the team,
baby, sign up.
you can get it. And the thing is, on those lists, I can make notes and see who's actually on the team. So if I have my list of all these people, but I only want to send it to the cross country team, then I click this button. If I only want to send it to UNLV students, I click this button. If I only want to send it to the businesses that I'm pitching to, I click this button. If I only want to send it to the journalists that I'm pitching to, I click this button. So yeah, the Mailchimp newsletter thing, I'm really
Good advice, man. So there you go, guys. Check them out.
Definitely, I recommend watching a couple videos on YouTube or lynda.com to figure out how to work Mailchimp a little bit, kind of figure out what it's all about. But if you have an email list, then you definitely want to go this direction so you can get some statistics on who's even opening your emails. So yeah, next coming up, I want to mention the Budtender Fight Club. We talked about this on the last episode. It's coming up this weekend. It's going to be on Sunday. If all goes according to plan, this podcast will already have been out at least a day or two before this.
Before the event.
So anyways, just a reminder, it's going to be on Sunday, October 22nd, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. VertEdibles is going to be talking about Edibles 101, explaining a little bit about that. True Balance got something called CBD 101 and recommendations. Ace Labs is going to be talking about terpenes and cannabinoids. And you can win cannabis paraphernalia, get a certificate of completion. The address is 2550 South Rainbow Boulevard, Suite 11. And limited tickets, sign up on budtenderfightclub.com. Pre-sale $20. The day of event, it's going to be $40. You remember, everybody type in the discount code UNLV so you get a discount when you sign up. Okay? And you can do that in November as well. So definitely want to check out Budtender Fight Club. But if you're not able to go, tune into Facebook, UNLV Rebels CAN, because we're going to live stream different clips from there. And it's going to be really cool. Also want to mention the HalloWeed event. Remember we talked about this last time?
HalloWeed. I do remember. I think it's at the mansion, right?
Yeah, in Boulder City. This is the 5th annual one. I know we've been to one of the mansion parties together, but I don't think it was HalloWeed, was it?
No, it wasn't HalloWeed. Okay. It was another event. It was like in April.
Okay, 420.
It was a 420.
Okay, so yeah, this one's going to be on October 28th. We have a race that morning. We'll get to that later. October 28th, and it's the 5th annual HalloWeed Ball. We are holding the 5th annual HalloWeed Ball. Membership drive and community fund. Come out for the costume contest. Cash prizes for best overall cannabis theme, best group, and sexiest. $2,000 of raffle prizes in a lovely setting. Must be 21 or over, or 18 or over if you have a medical card. Members only. One-day membership is $25 in advance, $30 the day of the event, and it includes... Yeah, go on Facebook and just type in HalloWeed. Instead of Halloween, instead of the N, just type a D, and then you'll see. And yeah, so the HalloWeed party, I've been there to several times. That's one of my favorite parties. Like they said, it's at a mansion. You know, all the lovely ladies are...
You gotta be there.
You gotta go. It's the best. It's the best. So... it's kind of far out. It kind of feels exclusive. You got to really be dedicated to drive all the way out to basically Lake Mead, and that means you're really down for the party. Okay, so moving right on, I just want to remind our listening audience that the Colorado International Cannabis and Hemp Film Festival is now accepting submissions. If you do anything like any kind of videos or web series, I think we're even accepting music as well. We're accepting screenplays. If you write screenplays that has anything to do with cannabis or hemp, you can submit them to the Colorado International Cannabis and Hemp Film Festival. Hashtag CICHFF. Check us out, guys. We're on Film Freeway, and it's going to be a really good event coming up this April. So Make your submissions now. Also want to mention Mjfitnut again. They recently appeared on the Konsider Show, episode number 31. So go check out the Konsider Show. I was recently featured on the Konsider Show. This was what I was going to talk about at the end of episode 19, but we didn't get to mention it. But yeah, I was also on the Konsider Show. If you go to REDEFINeCannabis.com or you go to 420crosscountry.com, you can go to news or press or something like that, and you can see that episode of me on there. It's about a 90-minute episode. You know, we're talking a lot about my first time smoking weed, why did I decide to do it, you know, and all these other things.
Nice. So check that episode out, guys. Make sure.
Yeah, and also check out the Mjfitnut one, episode 31. Just go to the Konsider Show. He's got some really good stuff over there. Next, I want to also mention that Runner's High, the main film that started all of this.
Right.
That just recently got accepted to the Maine Cannabis Film Festival.
Yeah.
And thank you. That's Maine as in the state of Maine.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like Maine, like it was the Maine one.
Yeah, so let me just it's the state of Maine. So it just got accepted to the Maine Cannabis Film Festival. be on the lookout for that. I got to try to switch it over to 1080p. I got a little bit of things I got to do on the back end. That film festival is coming up. I think it's November 3rd or November 4th. I do want to get a ticket there. I do want to represent there.
I go to Maine, man. That's all the way down there. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, and the tip.
I want to
from one tip to the other.
I want to go there and represent, especially.
So we need a sponsor, guys.
Especially if it's screening. You know what I mean?
Send him Southwest, Coach. Put him in the back, whatever he needs. Just get him there.
We gotta make this happen, man. I'll do it on the drop of a dime. I want to go out there and represent, especially if they're gonna screen it. So yeah, be on the listen out for some more information about that. Also, 420 cross country blogs that are always on the website are now available on the Facebook page.
Oh, there you go, man.
They're now available on the Facebook page. So go to Facebook, check out the blogs. A lot of time I'll put the blog header or the picture there, but I wouldn't actually put the blog there. But now we decided we're gonna just start putting all the blogs there as well, you know. And then they can migrate to the website if they want more full content.
Gotcha.
But yeah, go check out those blogs on the 420 Cross Country Facebook page. Also, about the Pup and Run, the podcast thing, on Instagram is acting a little bit funny. Our Instagram account, that's why we've not been on Instagram in a minute.
Gotcha.
And but we are on Twitter though. Pup and Run we do have our Twitter now.
Oh, okay.
Now we got our Twitter. Okay.
So follow them. We need friends. Go ahead.
Yes. In other news, the UNLV Rebels Cannabis Awareness Network, the student organization raising awareness about cannabis at UNLV, we just had our very inaugural meeting, our very first official meeting. We've done a lot of work before now, but we never had an agendized meeting with everything listed on. Yeah. And so we had that meeting and we got to go over a lot of our goals. We want to get some Cannabis Magazine racks in our student union. We want to start some cannabis awareness networks on other campuses like Nevada State College and CSN. They got like a little bit of student interest, but nobody's really organizing over there. So we want to do that. And we're trying to identify a student at a college in another state that we can help them get a cannabis awareness network in their state. And then probably right about that point was we're going to launch a new website, you know,
Nice.
down the line. So be on the lookout for that. We got a lot of goals coming up, and we're going to be bringing you some news on that as it comes.
Right on, brother.
Just give me 1 second here. I want to grab this just to see if there's anything on here, because it does talk about some of our goals. I'm looking at the agenda right now, and I might cut this out. I was asking them if they want to join the cross-country team. No, but yeah, so anyways, I'm going to cut all that part out. But that was some of the goals. Now, back to what we were saying. Also, guys, I want to let you know, if you go to youtube.com, type in the Nevada Cannabis News Hour. Okay? It's a very good podcast. Wait, did you... Let's just... While we talk about podcasts here,
Just rewind.
the October issue of Vegas Cannabis Magazine,
Yes.
the podcast article.
Yes, I did not read it, to be honest with you. However, I did see the bib from Las Vegas, the Run to Improve bib on the page, man.
Yeah.
So thank you, man.
That's all Willie, man.
Yeah.
You know, I just try to let him know how it's going down, and he just does this thing.
Nice.
And so, so anyways, that article was about the best podcast, the cannabis podcast in Las Vegas, and we were mentioned in there. Yeah,
Now I feel like a bad friend, man. I gotta read this article.
Yeah, man. And so the article is talking about runtoimprove.com and all this stuff. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on my hat. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
So anyhow, but if you go back and read the article, you'll see one of the podcasts that they talk about is the Nevada Cannabis News Hour. Okay, it comes out, pretty much every week, but it's the longest running cannabis podcast here in Nevada. And they got a lot of great information. And anyhow, I was on the episode today, so you guys could be ready for that. We're going in the next episode that they put out. You're gonna hear me talking all the same stuff I talk about on Puff and Run. and giving them the update. Of course, they got it kind of like a news anchor type thing, so I was probably trying to sound and look a little bit more professional than I do here at this studio.
You'll be you start dropping those long words.
Yep. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. We're gonna be sharing that. That was my third time being on there. My first time was in 2015. I went on the Nevada Cannabis News Hour for the very first time, and I broadcasted my thoughts on cannabis for the very first time to a public audience. And then I returned again. I was the very first guest on the show in 2016, and then this year I just made my first appearance also in 2017 on the show. Now the show is brought to you by WeCan702.org. WeCan702.org. This is like their podcast show, or their radio show or XM show or whatever, online show. I'm not exactly sure, but check out. I'll cut that part out. Anyways, check out, but they're broadcasted by WWDB, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting. So you could also type that in, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting, on YouTube and check out that. But that is one of my favorite podcasts. I listen to every episode, and that was the way I was able to stay ahead of the curve for like the past couple years, because they got weekly information and updates coming out.
Nice, that's a valuable information.
Yeah, because things take place, and they're able to analyze it every week.
Nice.
Also, coming up on Saturday, Mount Scorpion. It's that time of year again.
Guys, you gotta go check this Mount Scorpion, man. It's no joke. Nevada State College. This is a yearly thing they do. Last year I was out there. I almost stayed out there. They were gonna call in the helicopter, pick me up, and everything.
Yeah, but we had just got the Cannabis Club approved, and I told them, look, man, you can't be up here with the Cannabis Club, and then they're gonna be like, oh man, the Cannabis Club, they went up to the top of the mountain and they had to get a helicopter down. I was like, this ain't gonna work, man.
So I managed to get down there, thanks to the homie Rocky.
And he's supposed to be going on Saturday too, just so you know.
Okay, so he's going back up there.
Yeah.
So that means he's bringing his drone.
I don't know, I didn't ask him, but I did. Sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm like 99.9. He will. It's like, that drone is awesome, man. You've been getting good footage, good stuff. But yeah, man, definitely check out Mount Scorpion. It's on October 21st.
Yeah, 9 a.m. at Nevada State College.
And behind the school, right?
Yep, right behind the school. They make this hike every semester. It's a tradition, something that I started when I was going there, and it's been going ever since. I'm like, wow, this is big time. But anyways, there's a video. If you go to the Vegas 420 Runner on YouTube, there's a video called A Brief History of Mount Scorpion. You can kind of find out a little bit more about it. Okay, let's see what else. We already talked about the Puff and Run in the October issue. But beside us, they had the Nevada Cannabis News Hour. They had the Puff and Run podcast. They also mentioned the Cannabis Plug. Talked about the Cannabis Plug in that article as well. So guys, go check out the Reefer Report in the October issue of Vegas Cannabis Magazine. Oh, in case you guys, in the back of that issue, you'll also find the UNLV Rebels CAN flyer. So go check it out. You can find out more about who we are and what we do. We got a flyer in the back of the October issue. Now, in the back of the September issue, we got our cross-country team schedule.
I saw that.
Yeah, so we do got the cross-country team schedule in the back of the September issue. They've been coming out in those issues, but I just been forgetting to mention it.
Little by little, you're getting promoted, getting advertised.
Also, I'm gonna move this one down. There's a new position that the team is looking for right now for the cross-country team.
We need a water boy, guys.
A uniform manager.
Oh, uniform manager.
One of the things that I'm experiencing is the night before every race I do, I'm at the t-shirt place getting shirts printed out and then waiting at the bus stop at 9 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Before every race, I'm starting to notice a pattern here,
We're on Thursday.
But I'm with class and busy and this and that, but also by the time the money gets here and waiting for certain sponsors to get the money so everybody can get the shirt at one time. And so we're looking for a uniform manager. This isn't necessarily a runner. but somebody who can go to the store or the place, the t-shirt designers, and work with the designer to tell them exactly what we want and stuff like that. I can go with them the first couple of times. Anyways, we put out a request on Facebook. We got a lot of good applications in. So I haven't been able to go and contact those people, but we did get some good applications. I put volunteer. I put this as non-paid. So I'm going to follow up with these people and see what's up. Eventually, of course, in the future, we're going to be paying somebody to do all this. But right now, we don't.
Now join the team at the low level.
So I was surprised at how much interest there was in that. But guys, check it out. 420 Cross Country on our jobs. You can see the job description. So also, we are kicking back off the logo design competition. You remember we used to talk about this all the time?
Right.
Well, anyways, the logo design competition is back on, but this is the only thing. It has to be a vector file. That's the only requirement. Must be a vector file. And since a lot of graphic artists, not a lot, but like a lot of people that might try to submit something because they like running and they like cannabis, they won't be submitting vector files. So, they'll be disqualified. Yeah, so we need a vector file, and we're going to be looking for that. And we hope to...
Or a PNG file.
No, vector. And so we hope to debut this in January, in the new year, 2018, the winner of this. And the winner's going to get a free year elite membership. Now they've got the memberships broken down to Elite Pro, and we'll talk about that later.
Nice. There you go, guys.
So, yeah, logo design competition is back on. Step your graphic arts game up. Send us the 420 Cross Country logo. Oh, and the Puff and Run. I forgot to tell you, we got a logo contest for the Puff and Run.
So 2 for the price of 1, guys.
Yeah, so we got 2 for the price of 1. But this is the thing. There is an entry fee. It costs $4.20 to submit an entry into the competition. But we're waiving that fee for now. The fee is waived for now. But it will be back active in the future, so act fast.
Well, isn't there like with every entry that you receive of $4.20, that entry gives them a raffle ticket for a secret product that's being donated by the dispensary.
Bingo. So we're gonna work it out. But in 2018 we're gonna do something like that. So this is our first practice one. It's all free. But in 2018 we're gonna have another thing like that where you get the ticket, you make your submission, and I like that idea, man.
There you go.
All right, now I already talked about the newsletters, and now this is one of the big updates that is like breaking news, guys. The REDEFINeCannabis Awards. The REDEFINeCannabis Awards.
Is there gonna be a red carpet?
We're still working on all that. But in the meantime, we're accepting nominations. Submit your nominations. Go to the REDEFINeCannabis.com. You'll see a tab that says awards. Click on awards. You can nominate whoever you want. We request that if you can, send some information about the person. But if not, we'll end up contacting them and doing our team will be doing research on them to see what's up. But the REDEFINeCannabis Awards is going to be coming out. It's going to be something pretty cool. You guys be on the lookout for that. We're going to be announcing nominees in November. Hopefully in the first week in November, we'll be announcing all the nominees. And we got categories like Rising Star. Who's the cannabis industry rising star? We got Outstanding Journalism Award. We got all kind of awards, man. And so just be looking out for the REDEFINeCannabis Awards. We're gonna be posting about it every day in November, most likely. The different nominees, the different categories and stuff like that. Because basically, once we release the nominees,
people can vote on it.
You vote. Yeah, so there's gonna be 3 nominees in every category. We got.
All you gotta do is choose a letter, guys. A, B, or C.
So these particular awards aren't your typical cannabis awards, highlighting strains, highlighting cultivators, highlighting growth and stuff like that, growing, cultivating, stuff like that. These are awards
for the people.
Yeah, I like the way you put that. These are more awards for the people. So when you guys see these awards and these nominations, these are up and comers. These are the future. This is the wave of the future. These winners are really doing their thing. Yeah. So you're gonna be checking out that. Also, I wanted to remind you guys that we did a full overhaul of the 420crosscountry.com website. Full overhaul. Anybody who went to it before, go to it now. It's totally different. It's 100 times better. Well, 420 times better, as a matter of fact. 420 times better than it was. And it's still got a lot of work to do on it. It looks better on the computer than on the cell phone. But go check it out. You can find out more about us. You can find out how to join. You can find out the different levels of membership from rookie. Because remember, it used to be like this. Remember how you become a member of the 420 cross country team?
You just gotta buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt or a hat.
Right.
If you buy a shirt or a hat, official member of the team. But you know what?
No more.
Nope, we're switching it up.
Now you gotta buy both.
No. We want to take it easy on them, you know?
Okay, my bad, guys. I'm the marketing expert.
Yeah, we don't want to go too hard on them. So I guess this will be a good time to jump to this to kind of explain that. I was going to talk about this later, but I'll just hit it up right now. The virtual run that was in the Vegas Cannabis Magazine. The October Run to Improve.
Yes, sir.
And you got the cannabis version, the puff and run version of the Run to Improve.
Of the event, yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
And so there's a cannabis leaf on there. It says 702-420, something like that, 420-702.
Yeah.
And there's a cannabis leaf, and a little thing that says 420 cross country. But other than that, it's like the standard Run to Improve virtual race.
That's hold every month, guys.
And so this is something that you've been telling me and that you've been doing for a while, and you've been telling me, and we spoke about it on the last episode, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Briefly.
We were gonna actually try to incorporate it into your thing.
Yeah.
So now, but you were gonna make it happen next year.
Yeah. So
it's only 2 months away.
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna do this Run to Improve virtual run. Because I'm trying to learn about this stuff. You're the expert here, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do November Run to Improve. Okay. And then I'm going to do December Run to Improve. Right. And then we're going to launch the 420 cross country virtual run, you know, smoked out 5K or whatever. You know what I mean? It's all virtual. And this is free. All you got to do is print up the bib.
Yep. And all you got to do is go to his website, click on the section where he's going to let you know where he puts it. It's going to be right up front. Sign up. Boom. Click it. Submit your name, your phone number, your email. Actually, you don't even need a phone number. Just first and last, and then your email. The only reason we want your last is because we may do something special, send a certificate. But other than that, we want to make it official. That way we could tag you on Facebook, share the post that you shared with us. And there you go, you know. And that's the main idea. Very simple. And then when you go to the thing, that opens the file, you download it or print it.
And so that's how you become a member of the team.
Downloading and printing.
If you do, that's how you become a member of the team.
If you do that, you're in.
If you do a virtual run, rookie member.
Rookie member.
Yeah. So now you're a rookie and you're on the team. But you gotta take the picture.
You gotta actually submit it.
Yeah, you gotta take the picture with it.
Submit it and show that you did it.
Yeah. So
there you go. Submit it, show that you did it.
So we're gonna that's the rookie level. Now if you purchase a shirt or a hat, that's the pro. And
so rookie,
yeah.
Pro.
And rookie is free. You just gotta print. And if you got a black and white printer, that's fine.
So rookie, pro, and elite.
Elite is the next level.
Is the next level.
Yeah. And that costs a little bit more money.
Buy hat.
And then we have the team.
That's right.
We have the team level. Yeah. And so now this is the thing. If you go on the website, it breaks down what all the benefits are for each level. So rookie, you get this, and this, and then pro, you get all a rookie plus this, and this, and then elite, it says coming soon.
Something like a multi-level
type thing, yeah.
But it's not, Mark. We're not telling you nothing, guys. We're telling you information. We're telling you racing. We're telling you fun.
So, guys, you're gonna just check it out. It breaks it down. So basically, check out the website. It's been overhauled, and I think you guys are gonna like it. It's been a little bit more simplified, but there's a lot of construction that still needs to take place.
That website.
All right, now before we go into our first break, we got a few local news things, and then we're gonna go into the break and talk about 420 cross country and Run to Improve. But on the local news front, I just want to mention NuWu, the dispensary, the largest in the world.
Is that the one on Main Street?
I think so. Yeah.
Right across from the.
I'm pretty sure. Is it gigantic?
Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah.
You could see through it. I drove by it and I was like.
Yes. So this is like the Native American dispensary, and it's like the largest in the world as far as I know. I hope I'm not wrong on that, but please let us know if I am. And so I saw they had an opening. A few of my friends were there. The homie Christina, my homie Jason, they were there. I saw their video clips.
Where were you?
I was working on the 20 Cross Country website, man.
His boys all were working, never playing.
So that's a big piece of news. It looked pretty cool. I want to go check it out. I look forward to seeing what's up over there. In other news, Silver Sage, they were recently featured on Spike TV on a show called Bar Rescue.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so that is huge. I saw the video. It had over 200,000 views. Silver Sage Wellness, Spike TV. This is big time news. I like what I'm seeing here, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that. Also, Shango. I recently found out that they are
doing a 5K, homie.
5K, yeah.
Yeah, November 4th.
Yeah, November 4th. So they got a 5K. It's with the Veterans Organization. Veterans Village.
Yep, I'm gonna be going out there. I actually have it set up. I talked to one of the coordinators, and they're bringing Mr. Run to Improve out there. I'm going to be representing Run to Improve, supporting their cause to help veterans. And if you guys want to get tickets, go to anython.com. That's anython.com and sign up. It's before November 4th at 8:30. It's going to definitely be something to look forward to at the Smith Center.
Yep. So go check that out. The cross country team, we do have a race on that day. So I think it's Trails of Glory. So I'm not Desert Dash. So I'm not sure if that we're gonna be able to make it to that Shango one. I wish we would have knew a little bit sooner.
I'll be out there representing.
But we do like what we see, and we hope to see other dispensaries following suit and collaborating with other organizations to put on events like this.
Yep.
So we just definitely want to salute Shango. Keep up the good work. Keep those races coming. We'll be at the 420 cross country team. We'll hopefully be at the next one. And
you know what I'm thinking? Shango sponsors the 420 games.
Now you're talking.
Boom.
Now you're talking.
Make that happen, Shango. Let's do it.
I think they might. I think.
All brought to you by the Vegas 420 Runner in collaboration.
Yeah, man. So that's a great idea, man. You guys comment, share this post, comment, let them know. Also, in other cannabis news, cannabis student leader Tori Sheridan was recently elected to the student government.
So he made it? He won?
Yeah, he won his election.
Good job, Tori.
You can go to UNLV Rebels CAN on our Instagram or on our Facebook page and see a video clip of how he was made his election speech. And he mentioned cannabis in it, how he wants to work in cannabis professionally and analytics and stuff like that. So that was real. That was a real big play that he did, and hats off to Tori. Now, last update before we cut to our first break. The Cannabis Nurses Network Conference and Awards. Okay, I did go to the conference. Before the awards, we met up at the awards, you and I, but before that I was at the conference. I went there, I was volunteering.
Right, you were there in the morning. I wasn't able to attend the conference, guys, but I was able to go to the awards. I met a lot of lovely ladies, a lot of good gentlemen doing their thing in the industry as well. But the main thing, they were out there to celebrate their passion, which is sharing their information about cannabis. And by them sharing it with each other, they take it back home, and it's a domino effect. So that's what he's doing. That's what they're doing. So keep it up.
Yeah. So definitely shout out to
Nurse Julesy,
Nurse Heather. All the nurses, all the volunteers. Shout out to Morning Coffee Productions. They did all the video and photo, and it came out really nice. All the photos, we shared the photos. You can find me in them on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. So it came out really nice. Now for the conference, I was volunteering that morning, because I wanted to participate. And, it wasn't, because it was also for continuing education units. So there wasn't a admission cost and stuff like that. And I wanted to be involved in everything. So I was volunteering. And during that time, just the way the universe works out, I got bumped up the speaker. Yeah. Well, we talked on a panel. Yeah, the panel speaker.
Oh, that's a panel speaker.
Yeah. So yeah.
Regardless, that's still good.
Yeah. So.
To put that message up.
Yeah. So I got to do all that. It came out really good. I had an amazing time. Just an incredible time. All the ladies that put that together, each and every one of them, were.
They're always doing their thing.
They're amazing. Yeah. And so, anyhow, and then afterwards, of course, we did the awards, and that was a blast as well. I'm glad you were able to come out to that, snapping some pictures. We took a picture together while we were there. I haven't seen that picture yet. So I got to go back and look for it.
Yeah, we definitely will. I gotta look at Coffee and...
Morning Coffee Productions. Yeah, Morning Coffee Productions.
I know we got some of there, too.
Yeah.
And those should be better.
Yeah, we'll check those out. So, thanks for coming out to that. Oh, it was at City Hall, by the way.
City Hall, man.
City Hall, yeah.
They took care of the parking lot on the parking because I was like $12.
Yeah, they took care of the parking too, man. So I had a heck of a time. So, anyways, and I just want to. We'll be talking more about this later, but I want to give a shout out to Reef. I'm going to be telling you why, and just after the commercial break, why it's so important to mention Reef at this point. I also want to give a salute to WECAN702, like we always do right about this time. We're going to cut the commercial, and we'll be right back.
Now to this, as Nevada's marijuana industry expands, so does the need for an educated workforce. While there are thousands of new job opportunities, it is hard for people to break into that business. Newsweek's Nathan O'Neill is live to explain how the industry is working to find its employees.
Well, Gerard, Nevada's new marijuana industry instantly created thousands of new jobs here in the Silver State. But the problem is, how do you keep and maintain a qualified workforce if there is no formal education?
So you really have to know how to work with cannabis oil to get it evenly distributed.
Nearly 100 people pack into a classroom in central Las Vegas, prepared with pencils, paper, and questions about pot.
And they're getting taught by doctors. They're getting taught by people who are actually working in the industry.
Jason Sturtzman calls it Budtender Fight Club, a monthly crash course in cannabis.
There are thousands of applications that come in on a regular basis to every single dispensary and cannabis business in the state. The way to differentiate yourself is to get educated.
It's a 3-hour class ranging in topics from edibles to cannabinoids. For some employers, this is the perfect place for scouting out new hires.
We are headhunting. So basically we're here looking for the people in the industry who want the education because it gives our customers and our patients a better experience.
I've been to 8 of them now.
Sandra Kawaguchi hopes these cannabis classes will translate into a new job in the future.
In order to work in a dispensary, you really need to know about these kind of things.
When people come here as tourists, they want to have those high quality experiences that they're used to getting from their nightclubs, getting from their restaurants, and they're going to now get that from their dispensaries.
And the folks behind the Budtender Fight Club organization plan on rolling out a new curriculum later this year, later in December, in fact. The hope is that curriculum will become a new requirement for new hires at local dispensaries. Gerard?
Probably a good bet those jobs will be in demand. Thank you, Nathan, for the story.
And we're back. Welcome back. We're glad to be here. And just want to give a shout out one more time to Mjfitnut, Mjfitnut.com. Go listen to our podcast. Every episode can be found under the podcast tab.
Yep, don't forget it, Mjfitnut.
So yeah, for the 420 cross country, I'm gonna go ahead and do the 420 cross country. As soon as I get done, you're gonna hit up the run to improve and everything like that. So let's do it. First, East Coast Trail and Ultra, episode number 49. Go look it up on YouTube. They're talking about AC100.
Ooh, Avery Collins, what's he up to now, man?
So you gotta go listen to it. I'm just here. I'm just the messenger. I'm the middleman. I'm pointing you in the right directions. Episode 49 of East Coast Trail and Ultra. I haven't actually had a chance to check it out myself. It is on my list of my to-do list. It is on my to-do list. So go check that out. We were going to talk about Avery's upcoming race in the episode 19, but like we said, we were cut off a little bit. Is
that the one that he's running in Virginia?
Yeah, the Virginia one. Yep, the Grindstone 100.
Okay.
Well, he won that.
That boy, man, I swear.
Yeah, so that's Avery. We got to talk to him. We're going to be linking up with him soon.
We got to Skype him, man.
We're going to Skype him in, and we're going to make it happen. Oh, after he won the race, he crossed the pond.
What do you mean?
He crossed the pond.
I don't get it.
He went to England.
Oh, he crossed the pond. He went to Chile.
Yes. So he went over to England, and then that's when I lost touch with him. I lost contact with him, and but I know he's doing this thing, and Antonio. I also want to mention Antonio DeRose of Mjfitnut. He did the Realm of Caring 5K, got the age group first place.
Yeah, congrats.
So way to go, Antonio. Keep it up. I see you out there doing your thing. And also, in case anybody didn't know this, I think we might have mentioned this once, but he has a weekly column called Leaf of the Week. So just, I guess, put that in Google, Leaf of the Week, or you can probably find it on the mjfitnut.com website.
Nice.
But yeah, he's the author of Leaf of the Week, so or he has a Leaf of the Week column. Just go check it out. I know he's got some really good stuff related to fitness and cannabis. Also, this seems like years ago, was actually a couple weeks ago. We did the Twilight Run, out at Sunset Park. Okay, and at that time, we're happy to announce, if we haven't announced it already, so much has been happening recently I can't remember, but WeCan702.org has become a sponsor, the first ever cannabis nonprofit sponsor ever for our team.
Nice.
And they picked up Becky Madsen. All this, I think, if we hadn't covered it, we're going to cover it last time, but so they picked up.
Yeah, I don't think they. So explain.
Yeah, so basically, WeCan702.org signed up to do a multi-race sponsorship of one of our team members, Becky Madsen, who we are going on and on about in every episode.
Hey, she's our front runner, man.
She's a front runner.
She's doing things, taking names.
Yes. So they sponsored her for that race, the Twilight Run, hosted by Calico Racing, the Cats Meow, and so she was doing that for part of her training. So what she did was she went out a little bit before the race, ran 1 mile, and then she ran 10-minute splits for the entire half marathon. Okay, so she did her thing, doing those 10-minute splits. So, and if you go to our website, REDEFINEcannabis.com, I think it is, or no, 420 Cross Country. We got her splits posted somewhere. I can't remember where we posted them at, but as you can see, every mile, like I think she dropped down to 9:46, or might went up to 10:13. But that was her goal, to just run that steady pace for that whole 13 miles.
Right. So every mile she was doing 10s.
Yep. And so she kept that consistent, and then she showed me her stats on her app afterwards.
Nice.
And I was like, dang, she did good. She did so good. And so, yeah, in the Twilight Run, for me, I came in 7th place, 7th overall.
3rd overall.
Oh, wait.
This is 3rd overall.
No. Oh, age group. Because I came in, you see the times here, 52 minutes and 13 seconds. I was running 8-minute, 25-second miles. I guess I got to average it out, too. And in my age group, maybe I'm 3rd overall in my age group, I think. But anyhow, so yeah, I came in 7th place, top 10. That's what I was shooting for, top 10. It felt good. The person behind me was, okay, I will have to go and look a little bit more closer at the results. But yeah, anyhow, they look pretty good to me. Top 10.
Top 10, that's all we need.
And so that was a night race. We did take some pictures. You can see them on REDEFINEcannabis.com under the WeCan702 tab. You can see those pictures. They were at night. They came out pretty good.
Nice.
And that was Becky's first sponsored race. You know, she's been on the team for a little bit, but that was her first race being sponsored. So we just want to say hats off to her, and definitely big salute to WECAN702. And you can check them out on the Redefine Cannabis website, on the drop-down sponsorship drop-down menus on the WeCan tab. Now, in addition to that, we got several blogs coming out soon because we just did Run the Canyons, and you'll probably talk about that in yours as well. Run the Canyons. Let me just update you guys. Becky Madsen, once again, she's just tearing up the field. She
took all the medals.
She did a 10-mile race series, a 50K race series, triple 10 miles. You know, 10 miles Friday night, got the podium, 3rd place. Then she did 10 miles again Saturday during the day. That's the one that I did with our new member Ben, which we'll get to in a second. And then she did the 10 miles Saturday night, took 3rd place in that race and 2nd place in the overall series.
Yeah.
She dominated that in her. If you don't believe me, go to 420 Cross Country on Facebook, where you're gonna see all her plaques and stuff like that. Her medals, her plaques, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So she killed it. Now on Saturday, that I was out there, I was trying to do my thing. You know, I did the 5 mile. You know, and so yeah, I did the 5 mile race. I was trying to do my thing, and I ended up hitting the podium, man. I took 3rd place, represented Reef. Reef sponsored me.
Nice.
This was a historic move. Reef is the first ever dispensary ever to sponsor the cross country team. You know, they sponsored me. They sponsored Ben. We got a new member named Ben. You know, and they sponsored both of us. He did the 10-mile race. Okay, he came in 6th overall. So another top 10 finisher. He came in 6th, representing Reef. I came in 3rd, representing Reef. First ever dispensary. Is a historical day. Now, the funny story is that same canyon, Bootleg Canyon, that's where we had the first ever Green Light Productions back in 2016.
Yeah, back when they was just starting.
They sponsored a race at Bootleg Canyon, and that was the first ever sponsorship I ever got.
Now, shout out to them too for doing that, for being the first.
Now, if you remember in that race, we had that photo finish where I was like, I thought I was going to get the podium, and I thought like the sponsors might be at the finish line, so I was like trying to haul ass and like catch somebody at the last minute. Yeah. Remember?
I remember.
So that guy that I passed up, you know, his name's Troy, he is the one that got 2nd place in the 5 mile this race. Yeah, so he is the one.
So you were racing the same guy.
Yeah, but I didn't recognize him because he had a giant beard now.
Right. Okay, I know who he is.
Yeah, he had a giant beard now, so I didn't recognize him. He pulled me to the side and he was like, remember last time we were in Bootleg Canyon? You just, you know, barely, you know, tried to edge it out. And I was like, oh, this is that guy.
So you gotta work on it, man.
I gotta work on it, man. He did that 5 miles the day before too. Yeah. And that's the other thing I was saying during the race. When I do race series, I hate when people come out there and they just do one race and they're all like fresh and everything. And I'm like, man, this is only your first race. This is your only race. But I was that guy this time. I was that guy. I was like, this is my only race. And
hey, but it's okay, man. We're out there having fun, showing our love, spreading the word. So.
I also want to give a shout out to Mountain High Adventures.
Oh man, he did his thing.
He did his thing. I think he was 7th overall in the 10 mile. Yeah. You know. He's definitely down with the squad, and this was the thing though, he is the first ever runner to get sponsored by a cannabis business, like not through the cross country team.
Yeah.
You know, so
he's doing it on his own.
That was an unprecedented move. It was, I mean, I like what I see, a lot of activity. We need more businesses to do this. We need more people getting in these races and stuff.
Well, you just gotta ask, guys.
So I was like, wow, he's doing his thing. You know, so I was glad to see him out there, Mountain High Adventures. We've trained together. You know, he's a break dancer, and he climbs mountains. And I watch all his videos on Facebook, and I want to climb those same mountains. So yeah, salute to Chris with Mountain High Adventures. Let's see what else we got. The Hollow Rock. I think 5K or 10K. That's coming up. That's going to be on October 28th at PKWY Taverns. So we're
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, we're looking at doing that. That's a little bit more convenient for some of our people, our team members that aren't real hardcore runners. It's hard for them to get to the trails. It's hard for them to do trail runs and stuff like that. So sometimes we try to incorporate like a more easier course, and this is one of those races where we'll do an easier course. The Hollow Rock. It's a 5K and a 10K, but people are going to be dressed up in Halloween costumes. So that is something to think about. Now, the future virtual runs, we talked about this earlier, but I just want to remind everybody, Run to Improve, go there. They can send you a little message so they could know to add the cannabis stuff to it.
Yep.
You know, or you could reach out to me with your stuff. I could send it to him, and
just you guys. Yeah, if you guys wanna, you guys wanna be part of the cannabis virtual run, I will have the special bid for you guys. So
yeah, so just
I'll take care of you. Just
mention it in the little box,
the email, in the suggestion, or the comment section, and then
yeah,
because I have on there, once you sign up, it has a little section where you're able to write. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing that. We want to this is the thing. I'm trying to get some. I want to come into the next year when I do my first one.
Right.
I'm thinking about having like how many people will I have in the first one for January.
Right.
So this is really helping me to Run to Improve, like to build up the awareness, like to start. Come on, guys, let's start doing this. So I want to see numbers of these runners increasing every month.
Right. So yeah, go to runtoimprove.com, sign ups, follow the information, pretty simple, and there you go.
And you can be in any state. Anybody that listens to this podcast,
all you gotta do is print it out, because once you sign up, you'll be prompted to download a file or open a file, and it's safe. Once you do that, choose print or download, then print.
All right. And so, of course, the last couple of things, like I said, I did a interview with the Konsider Group. I just want to remind you guys to go check that out. There was a trail running conference in Estes Park, Colorado on October 13 and 14. I didn't get to go to it this year, but I plan to go there next year. It's a trail running conference. I'm going to be at every trail running conference in 2018. That's my plan. And also, special announcement, Becky, she was on your Run to Improve podcast.
Yes, she was.
Breaking news here. So yeah, if you can go to
you could go to podcast.com, you could go to Google Play, you could go to iTunes, type in Run to Improve. It'll bring up the podcast right up there. You'll have the latest episode, which unfortunately it's not hers. The latest episode is my recap on the Run the Canyon series.
I'm about to hear about that in a minute.
And then, but hers is the previous episode. So definitely check that out, guys. It's one of my tops right now.
Also, if you go to 420crosscountry.com and go to our interview section, we do have a link to it. So you can just click that link and go right to that. And Becky's breaking down a lot of jewels, how she became an ultra, how she got her started. Mission. Yeah,
it's actually unique. She wasn't even running. She was just trying to support somebody, and it tells you when you support somebody, good things come out.
Yep. So, all right, we're about to cut to our last commercial break before we get into the Run to Improve segment of the show. I just want to give a major shout out to Reef. Thanks again for the big time sponsor, and we'll be right back.
A time to remember, a time to care, a time to stand strong. Las Vegas has done all of that and more in the aftermath of the October 1 shooting. We have come together as a community. We have seen heroism firsthand. We have seen our community rise up. This moment in history is etched in our hearts. It is Vegas pride. We are Vegas strong.
And welcome back. We're here, and it's time for my favorite part of the show. This is the time where I take a short break from rambling and ranting, and
which is all the time.
We get to hear something very interesting. My favorite part of the show, the R to I update, Run to Improve. We get to hear it from the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
Thank you very much, guys.
What's going on with R to I, man?
Well, first of all, let me start it off with for all those Vegas locals here in town, there you go. Seahawks, baby. That's who wins to this weekend versus New York Giants. That's my pick of the week. Seahawks all the way, baby. Yeah, but man, it's been crazy. I have fun. You were out there on Saturday.
Well, wait.
Last Saturday.
Don't forget about the. What about the? What was that one you did right before that?
Oh, the Ruck and Run.
Yes, the Ruck and Run, man. I wanted to devote a whole episode to that because I mean, we can't forget that, man.
Okay.
Well, are you gonna talk about that later or?
Yeah, I'll talk about it right now, just so I can keep it in context.
Yeah, in the timeline.
In the timeline.
Yeah.
So right before I was doing Run the Canyons, the series, I was actually just finishing up the Ruck and Run with Triple Dare, which is of course my favorite company. They sponsor me. They're my number one supporters. Thank you, Heidi, Dove, Coach Rhino, Ryan Cooper, and Aubrey, and everybody else there. You know, they do their thing. But yeah, so they were hosting this special event called the Ruck and Run. And I never done a Ruck and Run, so I asked, what's a ruck? Basically, a ruck, guys, is you put a backpack on that has to weigh 30 to 40 pounds, and you just got to move it from point A to point B. Plain and simple. And point A to point B is 26 miles or whatever insane amount of miles they want to do. But in this case, the way they worked it is group setting. They had different tasks, which we did a total, I believe, of 6 tasks through a 6 miles there and 6 miles back. So a total of 13. And then on top of that, whatever I had to run. But yeah, so I got there like around maybe 11 o'clock. I was picked up by a good friend of mine now, which before he was just an acquaintance on Facebook, John Chong. He came out there, picked me up at Palace Station. We drove out to the location, which was in Bitter Springs, which is pretty nice out there, man. We got there 11 o'clock. They have a bonfire going. Everything is going good. He's there. John was there to do the full ruck. So his started at 12 o'clock. And it went
12 in the afternoon.
12 a.m.
Oh, 12 at night.
12 at night a.m. So you got to make sure you have your headlamps. You got to have your gloves. You got to have your long sweatpants because it's getting nitty gritty out there, man. You can cut yourself on anything. There's snakes, rattlesnakes, scorpions, tarantulas. Anything that could really hurt you is out there at night coming out. And you're in their domain now. You know what I'm saying? Coyotes, yeah. I didn't hear none, but maybe because of the music. But
yeah.
But
you run out of batteries, then you'll hear them.
Probably. But yeah, but that's why we were in a group, so that wouldn't happen. But yeah, so while they're getting ready to do that, I'm out there taking pictures, mingling, getting my stuff ready. And one thing I gotta tell you guys, when it comes to a ruck, they give you a list of things that you need. Get everything on that list, because if not, you're gonna end up doing more than you want, carrying more than you need to, because you didn't listen. And that's the whole point. A ruck is a military thing, so think of it like that. They don't play in the military, so whatever they say, if they say green M&Ms, green M&Ms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And luckily, I was able to get some green M&Ms from another person that bought green M&Ms by the pound. You know, instead of.
Now you're talking my language.
So I was like, okay, and it was just part of the schedule and what they were doing. They wanted to make it fair, so it's very important to get everything on the list. And everything that we got on the list was part of each task. Okay, and there's a podcast on this, guys. I created. It's out there on the recap. You know, definitely check it out. Like I said, on Google Play, on iTunes, on podcast.com, so you can listen to all the details. I don't want to go into it because it's gonna go into very long things.
Okay,
because it's very in depth.
Yeah,
but
you can't just.
Yeah, you. I don't want to just rush it.
Go listen to the podcast.
You gotta hear my emotions and everything.
Go listen to the podcast.
But yeah, guys. So
fast forward.
So fast forward to the event, man.
This is
now it's about 2:30 in the morning. I'm waking up. You know, I decided to go to bed like around 12:30, just try to get some sleep, but I can't get no sleep because This is a night race. I'm hyped. So
did you sleep at all?
I did sleep maybe 2 hours. So I woke up at 2:30, and then I'm like, okay. But they weigh your backpack to make sure that you were getting 40 pounds. They went through your list to make sure that everything was on that list. And if you didn't get on the list, then you're delaying your team. So, and you get added burpees, miles, whatever they want. So that was the punishment. We made our own blow dart guns, which now I know how to do it, and I'm pretty good at it. But yeah, guys, so we started the event at 3 a.m. So basically for us, we did a total of, it was 4 miles out, 4 miles back in, so 8 miles. From 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. we were doing different things. We shot bow and arrows. We carried medicine balls that were weighing 50 to 70 pounds. We were switching back and forth every 2-3 minutes in rotation, because these things were heavy. They were made out of cement. You know what I'm saying? So we're carrying them, switching them, and then we're hiking and going up this hill that's adding miles. So at the end, the whole thing was very bonding. Everybody was feeling good. Everybody was happy. Everybody was enjoying it. The experience was there. Coach Rhino was doing his thing. Everybody did their thing. And by then I was already like at almost 10 miles. My feet were done. And we sort of supposed to be there at 6. We didn't get there until like 6:45. And then the race that I'm due to sign up after starts at 7 o'clock. So I only got 15 minutes. So I get through the finish line. I'm cramping, man. I'm freaking switch my socks.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now, because I know you run at a different pace than people that would do the usual people that would do the rock.
Right.
You run at a different pace than them. So being that this is like a group thing,
we had to keep pace with everybody. So that's what made it hard. 40 pounds on your back, plus another 30 that you're carrying, and you're going up an incline, doing different exercises, and you haven't slept, and then up 4, down 4, 8 miles plus all that. By the time I took my backpack off, I felt like my back was arching. I'm like, why is my back like this? You know what I'm saying? That's how much that weight really affected the body. And on top of that, it made me feel back like I was back then, bigger. My knees were pounding, man. They were hurting. And on top of that, it's trail. You know what I'm saying? So all that compounded, added to the final, I'm like, okay, cross the finish line. My God, I got 15 minutes. I managed. I'm like, hey, Heidi, can I talk to you? Can I go ahead and start at 7:30? She gave me an extra 15 minutes because I needed to really center myself again and get my focus and say, okay, now we're running. Now we got to take a different pace, And I really needed to catch my breath. I switched my shoes, my socks. I tried to do everything. Then the phone dies. Then the Bluetooth thing don't work. So I ended up with one earpiece, and then, just things that don't need to happen. But there I went, and I started with a 10K in mind. Okay, so I was going to do another 6. However, by getting halfway, my soles were so tender, like ooh. I told Coach Rhino, hey, I'm sorry, I'm done. So I returned halfway point at 2 miles. So I ended up doing like 3.5. So I did a 5K instead.
Nice.
So half rug, 5K.
Nice.
And I still managed to keep the 5K under 52.
Nice, man. Congratulations,
so
man.
I pushed through that, man.
I know it ain't no joke, man.
Nah, doing burpees with 40 pounds, that shit ain't no joke.
Hell no.
There's a video of me doing a beast mode style out there.
I gotta check that out, man. I didn't see the video yet, man.
But yeah, so after that...
Much respect.
Yeah, it was a great event. Triple Dare, you know how to do it. But yeah, then after that, we got ready to do this Round the Canyons, man. I had 2 weeks to kind of get better. And then I'm like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
You know, and in my mind, I wanted to do that 15K, you know, push it.
Yeah.
However, 2 out of the 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's just things happen. I got the first medal, second. But my mistake was getting short socks, ankle socks. And then on top of that,
thing like that
I taped
effect.
my ankles thinking with the short socks, but eventually I ended up taping just my skin. And then little by little it started rubbing and peeling to the point where it's so tender I can't even do anything, you know.
Damn.
And I ended up, last year Run the Canyons was a little bit different. It was 7-7-7. They kept the 7-7-7. So I was able to finish the 3. The last one I barely made it walking in my civils, you know, in my regulars. However, this time it was a little bit different. I didn't have enough rest. One, I had to wake up early so I could be at the location because it started at 7, right? So I had to wake up like around 5:30. So I gotta wake up at 5 so I could be ready by 5:30. So we could even get there by 6:30. 30 minutes to get ready. 7. Boom, we got there. So that one is good. 7. Get done by 10. I go home. I'm good. I don't have to be there until 7 o'clock the next day because it was the evening run, right? So that's 14 hours sleep. 7 or 24. Something like that, but I
wasn't listening to the exact numbers.
No, from 7 p.m. right?
Yeah.
I got home like around 11:30.
Next day.
No, the same night. The same night. I got dropped off at home at 11. So from 12 to 6:30. Actually, it's about 6 hours.
Okay.
Right, 6 good hours of sleep.
Okay.
And then I gotta wake up again and do the next one.
This is when we met up?
No, this is the previous one.
Okay.
I'm talking about the other one. That the time frame was longer compared to this one, the new one, the Run the Series.
Yeah.
I had to be there at 7 at night.
Yeah.
Right. We ran it. Then I had to be there at 7 in the morning, which is fine. That's about 7 hours of sleep. And then I didn't get home until maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then
7 at night.
It should be 4 o'clock. So
this year?
Yeah, this year.
See, that's why I thought it was a night race.
So
man. Remember I was saying, hey, it's at night, it's too dark.
Right. So
I didn't look at the times because I just thought, because I know how series go to the nighttime.
Right.
So I was like, tonight, it'll be much too dark by then. You know, I didn't realize that it's.
So I got dropped
Somebody's
off.
got to be dark. What are you talking about dark? The race starts at 4 o'clock. Right. Then I'll be like, let me see. You might get this thing sponsored. Right. You know, especially with taking home so many podiums.
Right.
I'll ring them up on the phone. We just got a couple of podium finishes here. We need to jump on this night race because it's not at night no more. It's at 4 p.m.
But yeah, right. So in my mind, I'm thinking 7 o'clock. I got a couple hours to really work out my kinks and get together so I could be ready for this, or at least attempt it again. However, I got dropped off like around 12:30. By the time I got home, because of my limping ass, it was like 1:15. You know, it took almost 45 minutes to walk from where I live to maybe a quarter mile or a little bit.
Next time, get dropped off at the crib, man.
But yeah, it's complicated, so I didn't want to.
Make it easy. But when you're in pain and stuff, and you got to race again that night, that's when the exceptions were like right around this way.
But yeah, so I got there at 1:15, and then I'm getting picked up again at 3 o'clock. I was like, what time's the race at? 4 o'clock. I'm like, I only had time to take a shower, which I did. I laid down. I dozed off. I wake up 2:30. I'm trying to get up. Not happening. I look at my feet, bleeding. I can't do it.
So this is the last one.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, that's when you pulled out.
Yeah, that's when I pulled out.
Oh, that's when you pulled out.
Because by then, not enough time to recuperate.
Now, when you initially were saying, how many hours is that? 7, 7, and 7? I was thinking you're talking about 7 Ks or 7 miles.
No.
That's when you said how many hours. I was like, what? How many hours?
No.
Not that, you know.
Yeah. My bad. My bad on that one. That one was just basically, that was last year's Runs the Canyon, where it started at 7 a.m. Started at 7 p.m., then at 7 a.m., and then at 7 p.m. again. So there was enough time in between for me to get ready. But the way it worked out this time, started at 7 p.m.
So you were talking about this, you're talking about this one with you.
Yeah, this new run, Run the Series, Run the Canyons 2017.
Gotcha.
It started at 7 p.m., then it started at 7 a.m., and then at 4 p.m. So the 4 p.m. really got me.
You need that time.
I need that at least at 2.5 hours.
I seen that picture you put on Facebook, man.
Yeah, man, that's serious. Like,
it looked painful.
It is. I got dressing on it right now, so it's just chilling. And I haven't been running for 5 days, which is killing me. I feel like I'm losing. I feel chubby. I feel blah blah. You know, but at the same time, I gotta listen to my body, and especially my feet. If my feet are hurting, then I ain't running. Plain and simple, you know. But hopefully, I'm starting tomorrow back again. We gotta get ready for what's coming up, which is the St. Jude Rock and Roll Marathon here in Las Vegas, you know.
Oh, yeah.
November 4th. Hopefully you're able to come with me, pick up my bid, man. Remember last time?
When is it?
November 19th.
19th.
Yeah, November 19th.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the Las Vegas Convention Center where they picked up the bid.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
the expo.
The expo, yeah. So you're definitely going to come out. Good media time, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to be doing that, guys. I shared some stuff on Facebook. Definitely look it up. Taking donations. I still am $400 short. So let's go ahead. I've been working, doing other things, little by little, been promoting, but now this is where I need.
So is there? I seen that video that you put out about the Ruck and Run. So you got like a video like that for the this race that you're talking about?
For the
19th.
For the 19th, for the rock and roll.
Yeah, you got a video?
Yeah, I got a video from last year. I haven't made the video yet for this year, which this year is all about PR, baby. New PR, new goal. Last year I did 3 hours 33 minutes, 17 seconds. This year I'm shooting for 3 hours, sub 3, baby, sub 3. Nice. That's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully, I've been banging them out, mile after mile, you know. Completed as of right now 19 medals in 10 months. So I've been doing that, getting it done, putting in that work, getting ready for these things. I'm also, just like we mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing the Veterans Village 5K, you know, with Shango. I'm going to be doing that on the 4th. I'll be out there, so I'll make sure to take photos and let you know what's going on. But yeah, so shout out to Triple Dare, Heidi Dove, Coach Rhino. Shout outs to the 420 cross country team. Shout outs to Ben Dickerson, Becky Madsen, Mountain High Aventures, doing their thing, you know, representing. Keep doing it, guys. Just so you know, I also been working with Officer Down 5K. Okay, I'm their local sponsor coordinator. Looking for sponsors for this main event, guys. This is for the Vegas Strong for the new year. We want to bring everybody together. We want to make this one of the best events. This is going to be the 3rd annual. So they've been coming here to Vegas for 3 years now. So let's bring it together, especially after this tragedy. We want to bring it and show our support for those men that died and help out, you know. Definitely do that. I have all that information on the website on runtoimprove.com. Definitely check it out. I also been working with Project Fit Nation. It's a local page group here in Vegas. They're blowing up, man. Everywhere you go, you see Project Fit Nation. They got cool gear. Not on top of that, of the gear.
Project what?
Project Fit
Nation.
Fit Nation, okay.
Yeah, Project Fit Nation.
Okay.
Just like Mjfitnut Fit. You know. But yeah.
Hashtag Mjfitnut.
Hashtag Mjfitnut. Hashtag Project Fit Nation. So definitely go out to their website, which is projectfitnation.fit. Right now, I'm one of their ambassadors. If you guys go through their website and you see anything you want to buy, the entire store, type in Jose15. They give you 15% on anything that's in there, you know, and they have a lot of things from.
Now, how you spell that?
Project.
No, Jose 15.
JOSE 15.
Alright, how come we didn't go like with R to I?
Fortunately, I didn't have time to discuss those
That happened to me before.
So we had to go with what it was, which it's okay, but it works because they know who it is. I'm Jose, and that's my surname.
That's another name.
But yeah, on top of that, I'm also promoting the Halloween 5K, 10K, which you're part of. This is for this virtual run for this month.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. Print your bib up, man.
Yeah, definitely go out there, sign up. Simple, no questions. A few questions asked, and then you'll be able to download the file and print it. All you do that, upload the photos and share it, and they will support you and push you through your journey, man. But yeah, guys, other than that, that's what I've been up to, just getting ready now.
Well, that reminds me, I did forget 2 races that we got coming up with the cross country team. I think I mentioned it instead of the Shango one, just because we didn't find out about it until late.
Right.
But we're supposed to be doing Trails of Glory.
Okay.
It's November 4th. Now that's the very next weekend after the October 28th.
And that's what Calico Racing got.
And so, wait. No, on October 28th is the Hollow Rock. I'm not sure who's putting that on.
Okay.
And then Trails of Glory is Desert Dash.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, Trails of Glory is Desert Dash.
Wrong sponsor, but it's okay.
And but the thing is, it's back to back. So getting the sponsors to turn around the money that quick, you know what I mean? Because this is the thing. Also, I'm not trying to go off on a tangent, but before we close, we can just talk openly here.
Yeah.
But basically, once we do a race and the sponsor does the race, you know, after that we have to get all the footage and collect all the photos together and put them together. Because, like, for example, the race that we just did, you know, you had some photos that you took, the race organizers took some photos, I took some photos, the different members on the team took some photos.
Yeah.
So to go and collect them and wait for people to publish them and send them to your phone or whatever.
I'm working on something like that, so that way all you got to do, and my idea, just, you know, and I'll share with the people out there that need this information, I was going to create just like a business card, which is going to have an actual Google folder address. And that Google folder address is going to be for that event. So that way when they're out there, or I could talk to Heidi, the race director, hey Heidi, this is something I was going to pitch to her. Say, Heidi, look, when you do a race, create your Google folder and leave it open so people could share and upload.
Yeah.
And then print this card with this Google address. So that way when people go in there, if they feel like they want to share the photos, go to that address, upload those photos, and they'll go into that file. That way it collects the whole media for them. Make it much easier.
Yes, so
and I was going to do that for Run 20.
So exactly, so collecting all those photos. Now, one of the things that could put that to the side is if we hired a professional photographer to focus on us, because a lot of times there are photographers out there that focus on everybody, but for what our purposes, we would need somebody to focus specifically on our team. And so we could hire a photographer, but that would cost more money. So we doing it this way, like we're talking with everybody, taking pictures, collecting them and gathering them together. It takes a little bit of time. Now, after you collect and gather them together, you got to kind of edit them, crop out a few things, work with some little lighting things, slap on a few logos from the sponsors here and there, you know, put on some hashtags and things like that.
That's what it is.
To go through all those pictures, even if you're just slapping on one logo in the same place every time, but still to upload it and then to put it here and save it as this, there's an amount of time. And then once you do that, you go on, add it onto Facebook, and then you got to make all the different tags You got to do all the type. Well, this I was running through the canyon and I felt good. I got third place or whatever. You got to type in all that stuff. Tag some people in there. Go through. Type in people's names. That takes a little bit more time. Then you got to go update the website. Go to your builder. Upload those pictures. You know, you're putting it on there onto the website. You're gonna link up the sponsors' things. By the time you did all that, maybe you want to make a video. You got the video clips or photo montage. You're gonna do a video editor. That's another couple more hours. So by the time you did all that, it's
too much. Too
many hours. So
2 months later.
So this is that's the thing. One of the things is, you know, the fees that are associated with the sponsorships covers some of the costs of the time invested in those projects and making it like that. Right. So, but like you're saying with the timing, you know, some of it gets released as you go. So basically, what I'm saying is with the race the very next week after, there's hardly enough time to curate all the content and then start releasing stuff. So with the sponsors, they should know that it's not like we did a race, 1 week is over, and this is all the stuff that we got for our investment. Because this stuff comes out consistently throughout the next couple of weeks as things get put together, as your spot on the website develops, as the Instagram stuff starts going, we want to put your brand on the images, you know, and our stuff starts to get better and better each race we go through. So one of the things I was learning about as far as like with the sponsorships and charging for the sponsors is giving them an option to let them know, because maybe they're like, you know what, we'll make it cheaper. You don't got to slap our logo on any of that stuff. Right. So you can make it options like, do you want to be on the website and the Facebook? This costs 20, this costs 20, this costs 20, this costs 20, or you can get them all together for 60 type of thing as a bundle, right, just to kind of for a processing fee or whatever. Right. I mean, they're paying the processing fee, which it works great right now while we have 1 or 2 sponsors per race with 2 to 3 runners per race. Right. But once we get like 5 runners and, you know, 5 sponsors, was a lot more stuff involved. So, you know, there is already a processing fee, but, you know, I'm anticipating an increase because we're either gonna have to pay somebody to do some of these things, or, you know, I'm gonna have to sit down and spend time doing it. And, you know, so it's just interesting. That's just some stuff I've been thinking about.
Cool. And I actually want to show you something too.
Yeah.
Alright, perfect.
So, anyways, guys, that's the brief update. I hope I didn't. I can't.
Hopefully, I didn't bore you guys.
No, I was. What was my even?
The original idea was to with the photos. We were talking about the photos.
Yeah, it takes so much time to do all
to gather all that.
So, hey, man. But like I said, you've been a huge influence from the podcast to the virtual run. And then I saw
to keep you running.
I saw some stuff you're working on now, and I said, you know what? I'll probably be doing this next year about this time. I'll be catching up to one of your next brilliant ideas, the workout room or something like that.
Right. Yeah, you'll see those coming up pretty soon.
So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 20 of the Puff and Run podcast.
Yep. It's your
favorite cannabis podcast. Hashtag Puff and Run, PUFFNRUN. Remember, don't forget to stop by 420crosscountry.com, REDEFINEcannabis.com, Mjfitnut.com, RunToImprove.com, WeCan702.org, and check out the Reef Dispensary on Google and World of Reef on Instagram.
Yep.
And we are the front runners.
We're the trendsetters.
And we're in it for the long run.
We keep running until we die.